The Maharaj left Gokul and he went to Nandagaon. So same time Vrishabhanu Maharaj, he left this place, Raval, and he moved to Barsana. But previously Vrishabhanu Maharaj's capital was here. So here we have the very, very lovely deities of Ladli Lal. Lal you probably all know by now means little boy. And Lali or Ladli, that means little girl. So this is the very, very beautiful deities of Ladli Lal. And because it's very cold, Pujari still has not done their dressing and shringar and everything because they're just small children, so it's very cold outside. It's like you'll see all over India, the people are much more thoughtful about Lord's welfare than we are. Every temple in the whole of India, in the winter time when it's cold, they let Krishna take extra rest, so Mangalartik is always switched half hour later. But we're just fanatics, we don't care. Krishna has to get up no matter what at 4:30. We don't care if he's cold and he's a little boy. But everybody else has some consideration. It's there in folio, Prabhupada says Mangalartik should be according to the sunrise. And he says because Krishna needs his rest, he's out herding his cows all day and it's very cold at night, so he needs his rest. So here they haven't even done the Shringar. I'm sure Mangalartik was much later than usual. Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhava Jayate 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 Gokula Tarani Mandala Mohite Gokula Gokula Tarani Mandala Mohite Gokula Tarani Mandala Mohite Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhava Jayate Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhava Jayate Damodar Rati Vardan Veshe Hari Diskuta Vrindavinti Deshe Damodar Rati Vardan Veshe Hari Diskuta Vrindavinti Deshe Radharati Varnana Veje Adi Diskuta Vrindavite Radharati Varnana Veje Adi Diskuta Vrindavite Bolo Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhava Jaya 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 Gokula Tarani Mandala Mohite Gokula Tarani Mandala Mohite Gokula Tarani Mandala Mohite Gokula Tarani Mandala Mohite Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhava Jaya Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhava Jaya Shavanudadi Navasasi Leke Lalita Saki Gunaramita Vishaki 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 Bolo Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhava Jaya 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 Gokula Tarani Mandala Mohite Gokula Tarani Mandala Mohite Gokula Tarani Mandala Mohite Gokula Tarani Mandala Mohite Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhava Jaya Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhava Jaya Karunam Karumai Karunavarite Janaka Sanatana Vanita Charite Karunam Karumai Karunavarite Janaka Sanatana Vanita Charite Karunam Karumai Karunavarite Janaka Sanatana Vanita Bolo Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhava Jaya 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 Gokula Tarani Mandala Mohite Gokula Tarani Mandala Mohite Gokula Tarani Mandala Mohite Gokula Tarani Mandala Mohite Bolo Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhava Jaya 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 Radhe Jaya Radhe Jaya Radhe Jaya Radhe Jai Jai Sri Chaksuruna militam yena tasmai Shri Gurave Namah Sri Chaitanya Vistam Stapitam Jena Bhutale Sayam Rupa Kadamaya Dadati Svavadantigam Adadanaschanandandai Vidam Yache Puna Puna Srimad Rupa Badamujo Nulisyam Janma Janmani Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhaktivinoda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Tapta Kanjana Gaurangena Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sudevi Pranamami Hari Priye. So Srila Prabhupada very nicely describes this song. Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhava Daite. All glories to Srimati Radharani, whose Madhava Daite. Daite means very, very dear. She's beloved of Madhava. All glories to that Radharani, who's the beloved of Madhava. Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhava Daite. Gokula Dharuni Mandala Mohite. So now, this is actually part of Gokul. We've entered into Gokul. So here it says Gokula Dharuni. Dharuni means young girl. So Gokula Dharuni Mandala. Mandala means a whole group. Whole group. Or the whole society. So amongst the Tarunis, the young girls of Gokul, Gokulam Taruni Mandala Mohite. She even bewilders even the young girls of Gokul. She's so enchanting by her beauty. And even all the young girls of Gokul are enchanted by her. Gokula Tarani Mandala Mohite. Damodara Rati Vardhana Beshi. Besh means dress. So she dresses in such a way, this is very nice since we're in the month of Damodar. This specifically mentions Damodara Rati Vardhana Beshi. In order to increase, she dresses in such a way to increase the bhav of the Rati of Damodar. Damodara Rati Vardhana. Just like we know Govardhan. Maintaining, nourishing, protecting, or more in the mood of nourishing the cows, Govardhan. So Damodara Rati Vardhana, nourishing, increasing the Rati of Damodara Rati Vardhana Veshi. She dresses so sweetly just to attract Damodar. Now, Prabhupada says that why this is a beautiful song by Srila Rupa Goswami, who's a very, very huge, very, very learned scholar. Very learned in Sanskrit, very learned in all the Shastras. So how is it? Such a learned scholar is writing a song about a young girl. Generally we see rock stars and cinema stars, they all sing songs about young girls. So how is it? This Rupa Goswami, he's a big Pandit, Sanskrit scholar. He's writing about a young girl. So Prabhupada says, what is it? Sanaka Sanatana Varnita Chaliti. Even Sanak Sanandan, the original rishis in this universe, these four Kumaras, they're all some of the first created rishis in this whole universe. They're brahmacharis since the very beginning of the universe, always appearing like small young boys, four Kumaras. Among them are Sanat Kumar and Sanatan. So he says Sanata Sanata Varnita Charite. Even they're glorifying the qualities of the Srimati Radharani. So we should never think she's ordinary girl. Rupa Goswami and four Kumaras have no business to sing songs about ordinary girls. She's so elevated, even these persons who've been brahmacharis since the beginning of the universe, Varnita Chari, they glorify the quality and character of Srimati Radharani. She's actually none other than that Ladini Shakti of Lord Krishna. Radha Krishna are not one, they're two. Excuse me. It's too cold. They're not two, they're one. Within himself, Krishna has got his Swarup Shakti, which is like his very being. Swarup Shakti is Krishna's being. It has got three divisions. One is this Sandhini Shakti, by which everything is existing. And then some bit, just like Ved, so this is coming from the same root, some bit. This knowledge, Krishna is full of knowledge. He causes things to be known. So this is his Sambit Shakti. And his Anand, his pleasure Shakti, that is called Ladini. Ladini Shakti. So see, there's all within Krishna himself. So Radharani is none other than that Ladini Shakti of Lord Krishna. We should never keep any mundane conception within our minds. And although she's eternal, just like Lord is eternal, still he has his pastime of taking birth. That is in the next village down the road. Same way Radharani also has very interesting pastime of appearing in this world. But to understand that pastime, we have to go back many thousands and thousands of years. There was one prince named Suchandra and one princess named Kalavati. And their parents arranged their marriage. So Kalavati was married with Suchandra. And as soon as this prince and princess were married, very surprising, they went to the forest to perform great penances and austerities, eating just berries that only the monkeys would eat, and just different leaves and dried fruits that they found in the jungle, and sleeping on a bed of grass. And this is extremely amazing. We can imagine. We all saw many years ago the wedding of Princess Diana. And we know they were living in great opulence, nice soft bed with golden bedstead and eating so opulently. And we ourselves, as soon as we get married, them old, we're very happy now I don't have to sleep on the floor in the brahmachari ashram anymore. Now I don't have to eat that temple prasad. We can have nice puri and sabji and kheer and paneer sabji. So this is very astounding. What did they do? They were just eating berries that only monkeys eat. And sleeping on grass on the ground. And they were prince and princess. We can't imagine what type of austerity this was. So finally, our Lord Brahma, he was amazed to see the austerities, because they performed these austerities for many, many hundreds of years. So finally Lord Brahma appeared and he asked, what benediction was it that they were seeking by performing this severe type of penance and austerity? So they both said that we would like to get the consort of Lord Vishnu, Lakshmi Devi, as our daughter in order to render service to her. Lord Brahma was shocked. Generally people perform some puja or they make some sacrifice, they do some austerity, and then when it comes time for the asking what's the benediction, oh, they have a big long list. So many things. In fact, they want more than whatever austerity, they want a little credit also. Give 90 days credit. Big long list. Generally people go to the temple, they pray, they have a big long list. Give me a car and a job and a house by the sea, Swami Jai Jagadish Hari. They have big long lists like that. Lord Brahma was shocked. He said, wow, this. Not only Lakshmi Devi, you will get the Mahalakshmi. Because Srimati Radharani, she's the Mahalakshmi. All the Lakshmis are actually expanded from Srimati Radharani. You will get the consort of Brajendra Nandan Shyam Sundar as your daughter. Next incarnation. So, in their next incarnation, they appeared as Vrishabhanu and Kirtida. It was like those of us who went to Radhakund, then we went to that place, Mukurai, the maternal grandmother of Radharani, Kirtida's mother's house. And those of us who went to Barsana, then we saw Mahiban and Sukada, the paternal grandparents of Srimati Radharani, Vrishabhanu Maharaj's father and mother. I just want you to note one thing about these names. Kirtida, Sukada, Yashoda. You notice the names of the original Brijvasis. Da means to give. Yash means fame. Yashoda, who gives fame. Kirti means glories, who gives glory. Kirtida. Or Sukada, Sukha. We know happiness. Sukada, who gives happiness. So we see all the original Brijvasis, they were givers. Giving and giving. Now they've all disappeared. Only takers and takers are left. Everywhere we go, give me, give me, give me. Nobody's giving. Only takers are left. So Vrishabhanu and Kirtida, their wedding was arranged. At first they had one son named Sridham. But due to their previous identities, they had this unexplicable desire in their heart to have a daughter. They were always desiring. Many, many years passed by, no daughter was coming. But they're always having this strong desire. So Vrishabhanu, his capital was here in Raval. Actually, Jamuna used to flow right beside this temple. I've seen when there's heavy rainy season, Jamuna flows right by here, just beside this temple. In fact, there's a kund behind here where Jamuna used to flow. So one morning, it was in rainy season, the second month, the first one is called Shravan, next one is called Bhadra. It was the Astami day, the 8th day of the bright half. Because we know on the dark Ashtami day, who was born? Krishna, Janmastami. That's also Ashtami. And on the bright half, then, that morning, Vrishabhanu Maharaj, as he did every morning, he went down to the Jamuna to take his bath early in the morning. And as he approached the Jamuna, from a distance he saw something was shining, sparkling in the water. And as he got close, he saw there was a beautiful golden lotus flower in the water of Jamuna. He never saw such a beautiful golden sparkling lotus flower. As he got to the bank, he saw within the whirl of that lotus flower there was a very beautiful golden, sweet, tiny baby girl. Her qualities were, she was so soft and so beautiful and so sweet and just completely nectarine. He'd never seen such a beautiful little baby girl in that lotus flower. But like we said, this is the second month of rainy season. The Dhara, the force of Jamuna, the stream, current was flowing very hard. He tried to reach to that lotus flower. He could not reach there. He couldn't reach. At that moment, Lord Brahma came down on his swan carrier. And he lifted that baby girl from the lotus flower and handed her to Vrishabhanu, reminding of his previous benediction. So Vrishabhanu, he just saw how so sweet, all of her lotus feet were so soft and pink, and the palms of her hand, the little tiny fingers, and everything was so adorable. She was so soft and so sweet. He immediately wrapped her in his chadar and he ran to the house. He said, "Oh, Kirtida, oh, Kirtani Devi, Kirtida Devi, Kirtida, oh Devi, look, we have got our daughter, we have got our daughter. Lord has fulfilled her desire, we have got our daughter." And Kirtida, she came running, and they both looked at this very soft and sweet and so beautiful baby golden girl. And everything about her was so wonderful except one thing. Her eyes were sealed shut. She was blind. Now to understand this blindness, now we're going to have to go all the way back up to the Golok Dham. So one day in Golok Dham, if we can talk about days in Golok Dham, Brajanananda and Shyamsundar, he came to Srimati Radhika. And he told, down there in the material world, Dwapar Yuga is coming to an end. Now it is time for us to go and display our pastimes on the surface of that planet Earth. Srimati Radharani said, how I can go to such a nasty place? There's no Vrindavan, there's no Govardhan, there's no Jamuna. How I can go to such a place? I will not feel happy in such a place. And Brajanananda and Shyamsundar said, hey Radhe, just see. Vrindavan has already gone. Giriraj has already gone. Jamuna is already gone. This Boma Vrindavan where we're sitting, this is not different from that Golok. You can't see by your material eyes, oh, there's so many pigs and dirt and this and that. You have to see Vrindavan with your heart. Whatever the outside feature is, somehow or other, there's no bliss anywhere available like that bliss you will find in Vrindavan. By your heart you will feel that bliss. You come from all these places where everybody's in anxiety about so many things we won't even mention in this holy place. But here we're just diving and surfacing and swimming and enjoying in this ocean of transcendental bliss, just walking in this brush. It is such a relief. As soon as we get off the plane, even in Delhi we feel relief. Even Delhi is so helly, still we feel, as soon as we read, oh, it's safe. Vrindavan is just 2 hours away. Then we come to Vrindavan and it feels like there we're going upstream, It's just like we're fighting and fighting and fighting to be Krishna conscious, and here we come, poof, it's like somebody just took 100 kilo weight off of our shoulders. We feel so nice and wonderful. So this is not different. So Lord showed, no, Vrindavan has already gone, Giriraj has already gone, Jamuna has already gone, they already came. So Srimati Radhika said, all right, I will go, but I don't want to see anyone or anything in that world until I can see your Mukha Chandra, your moon-like face. Therefore Radharani's eyes were sealed shut. She's totally blind. But they thought, anyway, we got a daughter, she may be blind, just like Prabhupada said, blind uncle better than no uncle. So we got a daughter, she may be blind, but she's so beautiful, doesn't matter. Meanwhile, our Nard Muni, because he always seems to show up just at these types of times, he was sitting there with his brand new Series 5 Pentium computer running at 1.5 gigahertz. He had his astrology program loaded. He figured out that today is the time, and somewhere around this Gokul is the place where that Ladini Shakti of Lord Krishna will appear. Today is the time and this is the place, somewhere around here, that Ladini Shakti of Lord Krishna is going to appear. He double checked. So he began wandering here and there, asking if anybody had some birth in their house. He finally came to the palace here in Raval of Brispanu Maharaj. He knocked on the door. Brispamaru's servant told him that Nard Muni was there. He immediately personally ran from his throne. He opened the door. He brought Nard Muni in. Come. He sat him right in his own throne, Biraji. He washed his feet. He sprinkled the water on his head and all his relatives and family members. And he sat very humbly on the floor at the feet of Nard Muni, sitting on his own throne. He said, "Oh, Muniraj, we are so blessed that you have come to our house today. We are so blessed. Your feet have touched our house today." Just like yesterday, we were with Radhanath Swami, and somehow this place, we were going to the place of the Brahma Vimohan Lila. And many of you may know, in 1987, first time Brajmandal Prikrama went there, they got lost all night long, trying to find their next place. Trying to find that place. They were just wandering in the dark, one village, no light, no electricity, no nothing. So yesterday we had 20 buses and 5 cars, and we missed our turn, and we got onto this road, and all the villagers said, Stop, where are you going? Your buses are going to get stuck ahead. You can't go. Where are you going? So we're going to say. He said, no, you missed the turn 2 villages back. And we were on a road that was there's tall grass on one side and bus in the middle and tall grass on the other side. That much room. It's not like, there was a rest stop ahead and we could turn around. But there was, right beside I was in the central command car, so right beside us there was, because all the fields were plowed, there was no question of taking buses into the fields. It's all plowed, that just gets, then we'll really be in trouble. And then all these buses, 20 buses all lined up behind us in this narrow road. But there was this one field right beside us, and it wasn't a little bit down from the road. It was passable, at least not by cars, but by buses it was passable to get down into that field. It was still hard, hadn't been plowed before and after, and the other side of the road everything was plowed. Only that one field was there empty. So it's all right, all 20 buses into the field. So we got all 20 buses into this. Now you can imagine any other country in the world, you suddenly drive 20 buses into somebody's, they'll probably come with shotgun and shoot you, This little Brisbazi came with a little blue turban wrapped around his head. His name was Pitambar. You know Pitambar? Pitambar means yellow, the beautiful color of Krishna's dhoti. So, he was so happy. 1,000 Vaishnavas came onto his field. He was practically dancing. He said, "Now I know for sure I'm going to get nice crop this year." He was in ecstasy. He was in ecstasy. So, like that, Vrishabhanu Maharaj, he was very happy. Narad Muni has come inside his house. He was very happy. He said, "Any service for me, Muni Raj?" So Narad Muni said, "Yes, you have any issue? You have any child?" And Vrishabhanu said, "Well, I have one son." "One son?" "Yes, Maharaj, I have one son." "One son?" "Yes, Maharaj, I have one son." "One son?" "Yes, Maharaj, I have one son." "All right, you bring him here, let me see." So Vrishabhanu, he brought that son. Narad Muni gave blessings on that son. Then Narad Muni got up to leave. But Prabhupada says, face is index of the mind. So Vrishabhanu could see Narad Muni's face, some unhappiness is there, bewilderment is there. So Narad Muni got all the way up the door and he said, "Oh, Teros, wait, Maharaj, wait. He said, "What? You're telling some lie?" "Arey Maharaj, what can I do? I have one daughter, but she's blind. I was feeling ashamed to show her to you." "You have one daughter?" "Yes, Maharaj, she's blind. I was feeling some feeling some unhappiness to show her to you." No. Narad Muni immediately ran. He sat back down on the asan. No, bring that one. That's the one I went to see. Bring that one. So he brought this beautiful, soft, baby, sweet, golden girl. Narad Muni was just taking darshan. And now you know this guy is very clever. So he looked. He was in the ocean of bliss. He understood this was none other than that Ladini Shakti of Sri Krishna. So he said, "I know how to cure this blindness. You have to make a feast. And you have to make this and this and this and this." And he made all a list of preparations that you will not easily find the ingredients in the house. You will have to go out and collect all the ingredients. They're not ordinary feasts. You can just collect some things around the house and put together. No, big long list he gave. He said, "You make this feast and you invite Nanda Baba and Yasoda to come here and this blindness will be cured." Everybody looked at that long list. They said, "Oh no, how will we get this together?" And everyone ran out of the house to collect all the ingredients. You see how clever this fellow is? What happened? Everybody ran out of the house. What is the meaning? Now Narad Muni is alone there with this little baby girl. Such a clever fellow. So then he began to offer so many beautiful prayers to Srimati Radharani. So then she asked, "What benediction do you want, hey Narad?" He said, "I only have one desire, and that is to see your Kishori Rup. Your form as a beautiful 13, 14-year-old lovely girl. That is I want to see that Kishori Rup." Just like here in Braj, you'll never hear anybody say Radharani. They never say Kishori Ji, Sri Ji, Kishori Ji. They will always say Kishori Ji. You talk to any Brajvasi, will never say. We feel a little cautious to take anybody's name. Just like sometimes if you find some sadhu, some Vaishnava, there's, "What is your Guru's name?" Maybe he'll bow his head and it'll go Sri Sri Exod 5001, 2003. He'll go big long thing. Finally, very cautiously he will say his Guru's name. And they say Kishori Ji. So he said, "I want to see that Kishori Rup." So then immediately Radharani, she expanded herself. Right in front of his very eyes, he saw this beautiful 13, 14-year-old form of Srimati. And all the Astasakis were also there. Beautifully decorated with pearls and jewels and gold and silver, and so beautiful, divine form. Unimaginable form. Narad Muni was just diving and swimming. In the ocean of this. So then he ate his obeisances and he left. Very clever fellow, this guy. So meanwhile, everybody was busy cooking this feast. They sent messenger to call Nanda and Yasoda. Nanda and Yasoda came and they brought Nanda Lala also, who had been born 1 year and 15 days before. So he was crawling here and there at that time. So Nanda and Yasoda, they saw this beautiful baby girl and they saw how so soft and sweet and so golden and so pinkish lotus feet and pink little hands and sweet little nose, everything. They saw that she was blind. They said, anyway, she's so beautiful, it doesn't matter. She's blind. No problem. So then Nanda Maharaj, he sat down with Brisbano. They began to talk so many kingly things. Kirtida and Yasoda, they sat down and began to do their gossiping. And Nandalala, he was just crawling here and there and here and there, and he saw this beautiful basket with this little black blanket, Kali Kamri, coming out from over the edge of that basket. He wanted to know what is in this basket. So he crawled over, he grabbed the sides of that basket and he pulled himself up and he looked inside that basket. Now you must have seen the nice photos and pictures. How Mother Yasoda, she always puts so many beautiful dots of chandan mixed with keshar and the saffron and camphor, like that, and paints beautiful paintings all over Nandanandan's face. Like that. So that divine fragrance entered into the beautiful, sweet nose, just like a sesame flower. Radharani's nose described just like a sesame flower. So that divine fragrance entered there. I always used to wonder. Because sometimes in Brajmana Prikama we see a whole field of sesame growing, and I picked a flower and I look at this flower. Does it all look like a nose? I mean, they're sweet, but a nice yellowish color and whitish color. And it's not particularly impressive flower. It certainly doesn't look like a nose. But then one day I was walking and I was seeing the flower hanging on the little bush. And the flower is sort of like this, hanging down. It sort of comes up at the end and like that. And then on the side, whichever way you turn it, looking at a profile, you see just like a nose. You turn it again and just turned up slightly at the end and to a little side like that. You look at the sesame flower from the side, then you can understand the beautiful. If you ever see a sesame flower, then you can understand how beautiful Radharani's nose is. From side it is so beautiful. Then you can understand. So that divine fragrance entered into the nostrils of Srimati Radhika. She can understand this divine fragrance can only mean one thing. That Mukha Chandra, that moon-like face of Brajanananda and Shyam Sundar is right directly in front of my face. That Mukha Chandra is right in front of my face. Now our Prabodhananda Saraswati, he says that even just the Kataksh means this little sidelong glance, just from the corner of the eye, sidelong glance. This is called Kataksh. Actually, it's either Chandidas or Vidyapati. Somebody's got a beautiful song. It's Radharani speaking. She's saying that Nandanandan, he's walking down the roads and lanes of Gokul, And everybody in Gokul is seeing him with two eyes. Everybody is seeing him with two eyes. He's walking here and there in the lanes of Gokul. It's like I have a very good friend named Shamdas who wandered around Braj long before ISKCON was ever in existence. So he's initiated in Ballabha Sampradaya, but he knows so many Braj songs. Some of you might know he lives now mainly in San Diego, but he comes and stays here in Gokul sometimes, Shamdas. So he sings one so beautiful song that you can hear the way the song goes. It just the meter and the way the words are put together. I don't know the words, but it just you can hear the cows. It's talking about Krishna is walking through the streets of Gokul with his cows, and this goes, and you can just hear the cow's hooves, the way the song, the words are so sweet, and you kisi ko ha, kisi ko na. Kisi ko ha, kisi ko na. Because all the gopis are on the roof and they're wadding up little pieces of paper with their messages and throwing them to him from the rooftops. He's reading them and kisi ko ha, kisi ko na. So some he's saying yes, some he's saying no. What is a yes and no? Some he's saying yes, I will meet you tonight. And to some he's saying no, not like last night when I didn't come. Kisi ko ha, kisi ko na. So, anyway, Radharani said, everybody's seeing Nandanandan walking through the streets of Gokul with their two eyes. But myself, I have to keep one eye on my superiors. One eye I have to keep on my superiors. Second eye, half of it I have to keep on my Ninda Karniwalis, those people who will criticize me. All my enemies, I have to keep one half. So that only leaves one half of one eye, one quarter. From that one corner, sidelong little glance, you can see Krishna. One eye I have to keep on my superiors. Half of the other eye I have to keep on my Ninda Karniwalis. And just this one quarter. I'm only doing one quarter aparad and I'm getting 5 times punishment, 5 times danda. By that one tiny little glance from the corner of this eye, that Cupid is harassing me with 5 arrows. I'm only doing one quarter aparad, but Cupid is harassing me with 5 punishments, 5 times punishment. So this is just that tiny little glance. And that Prabodhanand Saraswati says Krishna's flute slips from his hand. His mukit falls right off his head. He doesn't even notice. He's so, when he gets that, he's waiting, hankering for that little sidelong glance from Srimati Radhika. Just sidelong glance. Just kataksh. Now Radha and Krishna are face to face. Nandanandan has pulled himself over this basket. He's staring straight into the face of Srimati Radhika. Radhika, by that divine fragrance, she can understand that Mukha Chandra is there. Immediately she opens up her beautiful lotus petal eyes wide. And they're just looking amne samne, straight on, face to face. We just heard what little Kataksh can do with face to face, Radha and Krishna. So much love is flowing between those two eyes. You can actually see it, you can feel it, it's so thick, that love and affection flowing between those two eyes. You can stick your finger inside and taste it. It's so sweet. And they started laughing. So then the parents, they heard the children are laughing, so immediately their attention was called and they looked and they saw Radharani's beautiful lotus petal eyes open wide and smiling and looking directly into the eyes of Sri Nandanandan. is why you'll see that as Gaudiya Vaishnavas we always have honor Radharani's appearance at noon. Isn't it? Fasting till noon. You see in the calendar, fasting till noon. But if you come here at 7 o'clock to Raval, or if you go to Barsana, if you ever want to see how to celebrate Radhastami really, once you realize the mercy and kindness of Srimati Radharani, how wonderful, how sweet she is, then you'll be able to appreciate how Radhastami, that purest day of that most wonderful, sweet Ladini Shakti of Lord Krishna. You will see people there all night long dancing and singing their hearts out. Nobody cares to go to sleep. They just dance and sing their hearts out. At least 10. Now they've doubled the courtyard, so at least 10 different kirtans. One in the middle and 4 on each corner. In each courtyard, 10 kirtans are going on simultaneously. Sometimes one becomes big and everyone sort of gravitates over to that one. Everyone dances and sings. That one sort of comes down, the middle one comes up, and then on another side, this one will come up. And in backside, there's so many people dancing and singing, and these fellows come from Rajasthan with these beautiful silk skirts with so much cloth. Beautiful silk satin cloth, everything. They're so beautifully made up and so beautiful cloth. People said, is that a guy or is that a girl? You'll really try, they really keep you guessing. And they will be dancing, and there's so much cloth when they spin around, it just goes like this, up and down and up and down, all around and around and around. They're spinning and spinning and spinning, and cloth is just ruffling and making beautiful sound, and they have all the bangles and ching, 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 and they're spinning and spinning and spinning and spinning, and then they'll stop, and the dress, so much cloth, it just keeps going and wrapping around them like this, and then they'll stop, and then whoop, like that, and it'll just unwind like this, ching, 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 and then again they're spinning and spinning the other way, and dancing and singing, so like this all night long. People are dancing and singing till about 5 o'clock in the morning. 5 o'clock in the morning. The whole, that darshan area on the top, if you've been to Barsana, that's closed off. Only down in the courtyard. In the darshan area, they bring Radharani and Krishna out there. And it's all completely blocked off. And then suddenly, the curtains start rustling like it's going to open. Everyone just stands up and charges into the center of the courtyard. Everybody who's on the roof comes running down. Everybody just packs in, and suddenly they open that curtain. And suddenly you're just going 20 feet this way and 15 feet this way, and your feet aren't even on the ground. You're moving this way and that way and this way, and your feet aren't even touching the ground. First time I ever went, I went with one nice gentleman from Singapore, Senan. He must be about, at that time, must have been around 60. So we were just picked up and we were pulled. We were completely on the edge because we came down from the roof. And we were right on the edge, but we were pulled right into the center in front of Srimati Radharani, and our feet weren't on the ground. And Senan, he was having a heart attack. And then he saw that I was just laughing because I know now I'm used to this. It's just the way it is here. So we were just going back and forth. And then he saw me laughing. Then he realized, well, Deena Bandhu's happy. Then it must be the way it's supposed to be. So he just laughed and began to join. And somehow, although we've been in a complete corner, we were brought right in front. Whole half-hour Abhishek. We were right there, back and forth, half hour. Of course, in the back it's alright. You're up front. Your feet will never touch the ground. You just go like this and like this. Beautiful Abhishek is an incredible festival. Here it is very more subdued. So that's like 5 o'clock, this one's early in the morning, 6, 7. Here everybody's very nice. Everybody sits down peacefully and they do the Abhishek. It's a little more sedate. And its own sweetness. But early in the morning, they do. All the Vaishnavis do early. But Gaudiya Vaishnavas, we celebrate in the noontime. Because for us, we don't like to see Radharani alone without Krishna. In fact, one of Prabhupada's servants told me one time, he kept a beautiful picture of Radharani and some Radharani deity from some temple on Prabhupada's desk. When Prabhupada came, he said, "Where's Krishna?" He said, to see Radharani without Krishna, that is just like seeing ordinary women. So when you buy your pictures in the temple, I'll make a plug here. Buy Krishna also. So when Radha and Krishna meet, that is the real appearance, that is the real Radhastami. Therefore at the noontime, we celebrate the Radhastami. So, I don't know how long Shringar is going to take. Where's our little Vrishbasi friend? Radhe Radhe. Darshan kab hoega?
महाराज जी श्रृंगार हो रहा है।
हाँ श्रृंगार मालूम है।
हाँ अब ज़्यादा टाइम है 5-10 मिनट लगेंगे 5 मिनट।
10 minutes. So meanwhile, I heard a car. Hopefully that was our breakfast coming. So I got a little extra on the way, but we had some nice hot breakfast coming from Food for Life. But it wasn't ready. And after you had all been loaded up, they still told me, well, half hour, just wait for half hour. And I said, I can't get everybody sitting in the bus for a half hour. So, we'll see. Anyway, we can go around the side here. And there's a kund, you can see the kund. If you go out the temple door and around the side, you can see the kund is there. And that original place. And then we'll take prasad up on the roof. So we can be in a nice, so cold, we can go up in the roof. So please remember what our bus is like. There's 20 more are going to show up. But I told them park, just on the edge where we can get out. So.
And traditionally, something of a debate over the position of Lakshmi. Is Lakshmi a special jiva soul? Or is Lakshmi in a position like that of
Those who are in the sun, you can come, there's plenty of room, everybody scoot in a bit, and those who are in the sun can come in the shade also. Because there's one group inside, there's one group ahead of us, so it'll be a little while before we get darshan. So Nanda Maharaj had his palace here. The present palace is a replica of Nanda Maharaj's palace made by Bajranath. Bajranath was the great grandson of Lord Krishna from Dwarka. Because otherwise in Dwapar you people were very tall, so we would expect bigger palaces. Actually, it's a huge palace. So this is replica, it's called Chaurasi Kamba. You know Chaurasi, just like Braj Chaurasi goes Prikama, Chaurasi means 84. So in this palace, when we go inside, you'll see 84 pillars. But you won't find one pillar with exactly the same design as the second. Every pillar is unique. Even out here you can see they're almost the same, but everyone has got different design. And if you try to count, sometimes you'll get 82, sometimes you'll get 83, sometimes you'll get 85, sometimes you may get 88. You'll never be able to count 84. It's impossible to count 84 pillars. But they call it 84 pillar Prasi Kamba. So as we know, Nanda Maharaj was staying here and waiting for a very, very long time to get some child. Actually, originally, there was Parjanya Maharaj, and Parjanya Maharaj has 5 sons: Upananda, Avinanda, Bhishmenanda, and Sunanda and Nandan. So Nanda Maharaj is in the middle, and Upananda was the eldest brother. So naturally, eldest brother, he will always become the king. So Upananda, he became the king of the Kavar pit. But one day he called a meeting, and in that meeting he suggested, this is unparalleled, he suggested that Nanda, his younger brother, has so many wonderful transcendental qualities that he felt that actually Nanda should become the king of the Kavar persons, Kavar people. Do we ever see like that? We never see. We always see there's big intrigue. Older brother is the crown prince, and younger brothers are there making plot how to do him in so they can become king. He knows they're making plot, so he's making plot how to do them in. Just like we saw in Nepal, everybody wiped out, whole family. That we see. But there's someone who's younger, older, says, no, my younger brother, he should become king. That we never see. Just see the transcendental consciousness of the residents of Braj. On hearing this suggestion by Upananda, all the Kaur people were overjoyed because everybody loved Nanda and Yasoda. They were all completely overjoyed with this suggestion. So then Nanda Maharaj was crowned as king of all of the Kaur people. So, and everybody in Braj, under the rule of Nanda Maharaj, they were very, very, very extremely happy. No one had any type of problem. That we never see. Everywhere we go, we hear. In this temple, there's this party, and there's that party. In that temple, this party, and that party. Everywhere. So many different party politics, but everybody was happy under Nanda Maharaj. They only had one unhappiness. That unhappiness was beating on the heart of every Brijbasi. Because there was a wonderful cowherd man, wonderful Gopa, named Sumukha. And he had a very, very beautiful daughter named Yashoda. And Yashoda was betrothed to Nanda Maharaj. And it was a perfect match. But even after many, many, many years, Nanda and Yashoda had no child. So Brijbasis, they had no trouble. Everyone was very happy under Nanda Maharaj, but one trouble was beating always on their hearts. That Nandi and Yashoda have no issue. This was always hanging on the hearts of all the Brijbasis. Otherwise they had no unhappiness. So some people suggested to Nanda Maharaj that he should do the puja of this demigod. Somebody said you should do this jagya to satisfy that devata. You should follow this vrat. this way, so many different suggestions were given, but Nanda Maharaj, he only had faith in Lord Vishnu. He had his salagram, and he only had faith in his salagram. And all this Devi Devata Puja, he had no faith. To make his citizens happy, he followed the Brahma, but he knew this was not going to have any results. So one day, here in this village of Gokul, one lady appears. One old lady appeared, dressed in red as a sadhvi renunciate. And she had two grandchildren coming along with her. And all the Brishbasis, they too much like sadhus and holy people. They too much like sadhus and holy people. So as soon as they see anybody, they're immediately ready to offer them anything they want. Just like if you ever get a chance to go with our Braj Mandal Prikrama, and we go village to village, and we just open our chadar, Radhisham Madhukari, Radhisham Madhukari, they give us nice thick rotis. Those rotis are not made like this. Like this they make them. Nice thick rotis with ghee. And sabji, very special Brishbazi sabjis, and kheer. But you have never tasted kheer until you tasted Brishbazi kheer. Sometimes we go to our life members' houses, we get kheer. It's like milk with a little bit of rice floating around. But Brishbazis, they like to make their kheer very, very thick. Gala. It's so, it doesn't pour, you know, it's thick. Nice thick kheer, you put it on the plate. Like that. So everybody's in this, they love too much. As soon as sadhu will come, they give him nice thick kheer and roti. So as soon as they saw this sadhvi, then, Hare Krishna, as soon as they saw, this sadhvi, anyway, battery's finished. They have to turn away from me.
son. When all the Brishbasis heard this, they became very ecstatic. Oh, Nanda and Yasoda are going to get a child, a son. They became very happy. And she said, all I want is you make me a little shack just by the bank of Jamuna so I can stay here and witness this event. So they immediately built a nice little grass hut for Purnamasi to stay just by the bank of Jamuna. So Purnamasi advised Nanda Maharaj that you perform this Ekadasi Vrat. You do Ekadasi for 1 year, you follow this Vrat. Oh, 24, or if there's extra month, 26 Ekadasis and Mahadvadasis you follow. Because you will see even now in Braj, the Brajbasis are very simple. So they don't necessarily follow very strictly Ekadasi or things like that. So she advised Nanda Maharaj, very strictly you follow. But just see the power of Ekadasi. Nanda Maharaj followed that Ekadasi Vrat for 1 year along with Mother Yasoda. So, one night, Nanda Maharaj got a dream. In that dream, he saw this beautiful Shyam Varn, blackish, just like a monsoon cloud. He saw this very beautiful boy with long black curly locks, beautiful lotus petal eyes, and peacock feather, and so wonderful glowing. He saw this beautiful boy in his dream. He was shaking with ecstasy in his dream. That boy appeared in his heart. And from his heart, that boy went to the heart of Mother Yasoda. In his dream, tears were coming from his eyes. He was crying tears of transcendental ecstasy. Those tears and tears, they woke him up. He found his whole bed was soaked with tears. Even in his real body, he was crying, not his dream body. And he sat up suddenly, wide awake. And Mother Yasoda, she also sat up, wide awake. And she looked at Nanda Maharaj, and Nanda Maharaj looked at Mother Yasoda. And she looked at him. And he looked at her. And he said, I. And she said, I. He said, you. And she said, you. Dream. They couldn't even speak to others. They were so ecstatic. Without even communication, they understood. They both had exactly the same dream. And from that day, Mother Yasoda began to manifest all the symptoms of carrying child. As soon as all the Brishbasis heard that Mother Yasoda was exhibiting all of these symptoms, Yasoda's with child. Everyone became very happy. So finally rainy season came. Then so one Acharya, he has noted this point. Because we all know that Prajananda and Chansutra is the supreme personality of Godhead. And all other everyone else's expansion is him. So Balaram is the first expansion. So Balaram is the older brother. How can we understand it? Usually older brother comes first, then younger brother comes second. So how can we understand Balaram is expansion? So just so nobody would doubt, Krishna personally gave all the names. Because whenever child is born, who gives the name? Mother, father, grandfather, some senior person gives the name. Isn't it? We call the astrologer, then mother, father, grandmother, grandfather, both sides, all the senior people sit and decide what will be the name. So Krishna has given all the names even before the birth, just so everyone will know he's in the senior position. So then Mother Yasoda began to manifest their symptoms that delivery day was coming very, very near. So in olden times, there was one special maternity room in the house where the ladies will go to have their babies. So they transferred Mother Yasoda along with her nurse to that maternity room. So when the 8th day came after that Shravan Purnima, 8th day of the dark half of Bhadra, the month of Bhadra. That night, Mother Yasoda, she couldn't sleep. She lay on this side, she lay on that side. She rolled this way, she rolled that way, this way, that way. No sleep was coming. Somehow or other, very late at night, the nurse, she went somewhere to do some duty. And she never came back. So Mother Yasoda was all alone. Around midnight, suddenly she began to feel the child is coming. Now Mother Yasoda is all alone. This is the first time she's ever giving birth. That first time is a great traumatic experience. Since I'm here, I see usually the girls, they will go home to their mother's house for the first baby. And such, they want to have somebody to comfort them. But Mother Yasoda is all alone. Even the nurse is gone. Her mother's not there. The nurse is there. No one is there. At the midnight, with no one around, she gave birth from her womb to a very, very beautiful baby girl. But from her heart came a beautiful blackish boy. But Mother Yasoda was so frightened and she didn't get any rest. She didn't notice what happened. She just was so exhausted after the childbirth, she fell asleep. And she never saw that there was two children, or whether they were boys or girls or anything. She didn't know. This was the first time no one was there. She was all alone. She couldn't sleep. Parama Krishna Sachidananda Vigraha. And what is it? Other verse? Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam. So that Vasudeva merged within the body of Bhagavan Swayam Sri Krishna. And he took away that young girl back to mature. That's mature Leela. Don't only worry about Gokul Leela. So in the morning, the nurse came in. She opened the door. She saw this beautiful child lying right next to Mother Yasoda. She woke up Mother Yasoda. Mother Yasoda was so surprised. She also saw this beautiful child. She immediately grabbed that child. And he was so beautiful with beautiful lotus petal eyes and curly black hair and such a beautiful blackish hue and so soft body. So soft, just like lotus petal. Hello, Virginananda and Chayam Sundar ki jai! This is explained in Bhagavatam. Prabhupada explains in the purport, the first verse, I think, of the 5th chapter, or 2nd chapter maybe. Whatever chapter is entitled the cutting, the umbilical cord cutting of whatever chapter that is. First one, Prabhupada explains that Jiva Goswami and Viswanath Chakravarti Thakur, taking these stories from different Puranas, have proved that Krishna is the son of Nanda and Yasoda, and no one else. And Krishna is actually born here in Gokul, here in this place. As soon as the nurse saw, she ran to the cowherd field. Nanda and all the cowherd men were already milking the cows. The nurse came running, and she said, and this is the day, you're there where this little temple here is the original ukkal, that grinding mortar of the Yasoda.